Welcome back to Old Coins and Antique TV. In this video, we're exploring one of America's most iconic silver coins, the Franklin half dollar, the 5 most valuable and ultra-rare Franklin half dollars ever struck in United States history. These coins aren't just pieces of silver. They're living reminders of craftsmanship, heritage, and hidden value that many collectors overlook. They've become some of the most sought-after treasures in U.S. coinage. Stay tuned. You might be surprised to learn how valuable these coins can really be. First up, we uncover the hidden treasures of American coinage, one of the most remarkable and sought-after half dollars ever struck in the United States. The 1954 Franklin half dollar coin with the San Francisco S mint mark. Despite being over half a century old and often found in worn or dirty condition, this coin continues to capture the imagination of collectors for its beauty, rarity, and growing market value. Stay tuned as we break down every detail that makes this half dollar one of the most intriguing finds in U.S. coin history. The 1954 S Franklin half dollar holds a special place in American numismatics. It's part of the Franklin half dollar series, which ran from 1948 to 1963 and honored one of America's greatest founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. What makes the 1954 S issue stand out is not just its age, but its scarcity in higher grades and the historical moment it represents, an era when the U.S. Mint was transitioning in both design and production quality. Collectors have long admired this coin for its bold design, silver content, and the way it reflects post-war America's craftsmanship. In 1954, the United States Mint was operating in 3 main facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The S mint mark identifies this coin as having been struck at the San Francisco Mint, which produced fewer Franklin halves compared to the other mints that year. Only about 4.99 million 1954 S Franklin half dollars were minted, a relatively low number compared to other dates in the series. This was also a period of transition for the San Francisco Mint, as it was nearing the end of its coin production phase before shutting down for several years. The 1954 S represents one of the final silver half dollars to bear the S mark before modern minting resumed later. This adds an extra layer of historical significance that collectors appreciate, marking it as both a product of its time and a lasting piece of numismatic heritage. The Franklin half dollar's design is the work of John R. Sinek, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. On the obverse, we see a strong left-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, symbolizing wisdom and intellect. Above his head reads the word Liberty, while In God We Trust sits boldly below his chin. The date, 1954, completes the layout along the lower rim. On the reverse side, the Liberty Bell dominates the design, cracked but proud, representing American independence. To its right stands a small eagle, included to comply with coinage law requiring an eagle on U.S. half dollars. The S mint mark is neatly placed just above the Liberty Bell, signaling its San Francisco origin. Many collectors search for coins where the bell lines remain crisp and visible, a detail that dramatically increases the coin's value. The Franklin half dollar series has gained a loyal following for its blend of history, artistry, and affordability, but the 1954 S stands out among them due to its low mintage and striking quality variations. For many collectors, assembling a complete Franklin set means locating this elusive San Francisco issue in the best condition possible, a challenge that adds excitement to the hunt. Its silver composition of 90% also ensures that even circulated or dirty examples hold intrinsic value. When it comes to current market value, the 1954 S Franklin half dollar can vary widely depending on condition and strike quality. A heavily circulated or very dirty example may still fetch between $1,500 and $3,000, primarily for its silver content and collectible appeal. Coins in lightly circulated or extremely fine condition can range from $2,000 to $4,000. However, those in mint state condition with strong luster can command $3,000 to $6,000 or more, especially if they display full bell lines. Exceptional specimens graded MS65 FBL or higher have been known to sell for $5,000 to $10,000 at major auctions. Prices continue to rise as fewer high-quality examples remain in the market, making the 1954 S a strong long-term hold for collectors and investors alike. For collectors hoping to find a 1954 S Franklin half dollar, Focus on condition, originality, and detail. Avoid coins that have been aggressively cleaned, as this lowers their numismatic value. Check the bell lines on the reverse. Strong, unbroken lines signal a sharp strike and higher grade. Even coins with surface dirt can be desirable if their natural toning remains intact. Look for these coins at reputable coin shows, estate sales, and certified coin dealers, or consider certified slabs from grading services like PCGS or NGC for guaranteed authenticity. The 1954 S. Franklin half dollar is a true standout in American coinage. Its low mintage, artistic design, and enduring connection to one of America's greatest figures make it a must-have for serious collectors. As values rise and surviving examples become harder to find, owning one of these rare pieces represents not only a connection to history, but also a wise investment in the world of numismatics. If you enjoyed exploring this remarkable half dollar, stay tuned. Our next video will dive into another ultra-rare U.S. treasure that continues to surprise collectors with its hidden worth. Don't miss it. And secondly, we're talking about the most valuable and expensive United States ultra-rare 1952 Franklin half dollar without a mint mark. A coin that defies expectations and serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight, often in conditions we might otherwise overlook. The Franklin half dollar series itself was born in 1948, a replacement for the long-running Walking Liberty design, and it was intended to honor one of America's most foundational figures, Benjamin Franklin. The year 1952 falls right in the middle of this series' run, a time when the country was in a post-war industrial boom. The Philadelphia Mint, the main mint of the United States, was producing millions of these coins, and as was tradition, coins struck there carried no mint mark. While the Philadelphia issue is typically the most common for any given year, the 1952 issue holds a secret that would not be fully understood or appreciated by the collecting community for many decades, a secret tied directly to its die production and the specific way these coins were struck. The design of the Franklin half dollar is iconic and straightforward. The obverse features a right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Cynic, with the inscriptions Liberty along the top and In God We Trust at the bottom. The reverse is dominated by the famed Liberty Bell, with a small eagle to its right, a feature added to the design to comply with a law requiring the depiction of an eagle on all silver coins of this denomination. The overall design is clean and modern for its time, but the key element on the reverse, for the purposes of this specific coin, is the tiny eagle itself. On all business strike Franklin halves, there are 3 wisps of hair curling down along Franklin's jawbone. The strength of these lines, particularly the top one, becomes a critical diagnostic for identifying the true 1952 Philadelphia specimens from their more common counterparts. Now this is where the story of rarity truly begins. For the 1952 Franklin half dollar from Philadelphia, the overwhelming majority of coins you will encounter are what are known as Type 2 reverses. The ultra-rare variety we are discussing today is the Type 1 reverse, which features a much weaker strike, with noticeably softer and less defined lettering on the reverse. It is believed that only a very small number of coins were struck with these early, worn dies before they were replaced, making the 1952 no mint mark with a Type 1 reverse one of the rarest regular-issue Franklin half dollars in existence, especially in any condition above the lowest grades. When it comes to collector demand, this coin stands apart from every other issue in the Franklin series. While collectors often pursue high-grade, brilliantly toned examples for their sets, the 1952 Type 1 is a coin that is pursued aggressively in any condition. Its rarity trumps everything. It is the ultimate key date for the specialist, the coin that can make or break a complete Franklin set. Its status is not just about being old or silver. It is about a specific, fleeting moment in the minting process that was almost entirely lost to time. The demand is so intense that even a coin in what we would describe as very dirty or very worn condition will command a tremendous amount of attention and a very significant price. So what does a very significant price actually mean in today's market for a coin in such a dirty, low-grade state? Let's talk real numbers. For a 1952 no mint mark Franklin half dollar of the common Type 2 variety in a worn, dirty condition, you might be looking at a value of $10 to $15 for its silver content and as a filler coin. However, if that same worn, dirty coin is identified as the rare Type 1 variety, the market value absolutely skyrockets. We are looking at a coin that, even in a low grade like good or very good with heavy surface dirt, environmental damage, or unattractive toning, can easily command a price between $4,000 and $8,000 in today's market. If by some miracle a cleaner example in a higher grade were to appear, the prices would soar well into the five-figure range, but the truly remarkable fact is that its value holds so strongly even in a very compromised state. For those of you hoping to find one of these, your collecting strategy must be entirely different from the norm. You are not looking for shine or pristine surfaces. You are looking for a specific, subtle detail. The hunt for this coin is a hunt for knowledge. You must learn to identify the weak reverse strike of the Type 1. Focus on the words United States of America and half dollar. On the Type 1, these letters are noticeably fatter and less sharp. You need to examine every single 1952 Philadelphia half dollar you come across, especially the ones that look a little soft or poorly struck. Look through old collections, inherited rolls, or even coin shop junk bins. The 1952 no-mint Mark Franklin half dollar with the Type 1 reverse is a legend. It proves that value in numismatics is not solely about pristine condition, but about historic rarity and a story that captures the imagination. It is a coin that appeals to the historian, the detective, and the treasure hunter in all of us. For the new collector, it teaches a vital lesson in looking closer, and for the seasoned veteran, it represents one of the most challenging and rewarding prizes in all of mid-20th century American coinage. Its immense value, even in a very dirty condition, is a testament to its profound scarcity and the unyielding demand from those who seek to own a genuine minting anomaly. And speaking of minting anomalies and hidden treasures, just wait until you see what we are covering next time. We are going to travel back to the 19th century to examine a tiny cent, a coin that is often passed over for its simple design, but one particular year from the 1870s holds a secret so small, so minute, that it created one of the most valuable and sought-after varieties in the entire Indian head series. You will not want to miss it. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy hunting. And thirdly, we're exploring the United States 1956 Franklin half dollar, without a mint mark stands among the most fascinating and collectible pieces in American numismatics. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin has captured the attention of collectors for its refined design, historical resonance, and increasing scarcity in high-grade condition. Although produced in significant numbers, the 1956 no-mint Mark Franklin half dollar has become especially desirable in today's market, particularly when found in exceptional preservation or with distinct toning. Its blend of mid-20th century craftsmanship, patriotic symbolism, and timeless silver appeal makes it a prized treasure for anyone passionate about U.S. coinage. Minted during a prosperous period in American history, the 1956 Franklin half dollar carries the legacy of Benjamin Franklin, one of the nation's most revered founding fathers. Designed by John R. Sinek, this coin represents more than just currency. It symbolizes the values of innovation, independence, and knowledge that defined Franklin's life. Produced between 1948 and 1963, the Franklin series marked a departure from traditional presidential portraits, honoring an influential statesman instead. The 1956 issue in particular came at the height of America's post-war era, when silver coinage reflected both stability and national pride. Each surviving example connects modern collectors to that transformative chapter of American history. The design of the 1956 Franklin half dollar remains one of the most admired in U.S. numismatics. The obverse features a detailed portrait of Benjamin Franklin facing right, with the word Liberty above and the motto, "In God We Trust" below. The reverse displays the Liberty Bell, complete with its iconic crack, accompanied by a small eagle to the right, a nod to legal requirements for half-dollar designs. Struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, each coin weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. The simplicity and realism of Sinek's design, paired with the bright silver luster of well-preserved examples, make the 1956 issue a striking work of art and a reflection of American craftsmanship at its finest. Rarity plays a key role in the appeal of the 1956 Franklin half dollar. While over 4 million were minted at the Philadelphia facility, time and circulation have reduced the number of well-preserved pieces. Many have been melted for their silver content, while others show where that diminishes their collectible value. High-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 or higher, remain scarce and command significant premiums. Collectors also prize coins with full bell lines on the reverse, a feature indicating an exceptionally strong strike. These full bell lines, or FBL specimens, are particularly valuable, as they represent the highest level of detail achievable during minting. Condition dramatically impacts the worth of the 1956 Franklin half-dollar. A coin in heavily circulated or dirty condition may trade for little more than its silver melt value, typically around $1,000 to $4,000 depending on the silver market. However, well-preserved examples in mint state grades can fetch between $5,000 and $6,500. Exceptional specimens with full bell lines can reach $7,500 or more, while superb gem examples certified by leading grading services such as PeaceGS or NGC have realized auction prices exceeding $9,000. Rare toning patterns, such as deep rainbow or gold hues, can elevate prices further among advanced collectors seeking one-of-a-kind visual appeal. Market trends for the Franklin half-dollar series have remained steady, with strong interest in high-quality examples. The 1956 no-mint mark issue has particularly benefited from renewed appreciation among modern collectors who value its clean design and historical charm. Prices for premium examples have gradually increased over the past decade, reflecting both silver's intrinsic value and the coin's growing reputation as a mid-century collectible. In the current market, uncirculated coins with verified full bell lines may bring $1,000 to $8,000, depending on appeal and certification status. This consistent growth underscores the Franklin half-dollar's enduring place in U.S. numismatic history. For collectors, careful selection is key when pursuing the 1956 Franklin half-dollar. Experts recommend prioritizing coins authenticated and graded by reputable services to ensure genuine quality and accurate valuation. Pay close attention to strike sharpness, especially on the Liberty Bell lines, and inspect for minimal contact marks or blemishes. When possible, acquire coins with original luster or attractive toning rather than polished or cleaned examples. Proper storage in airtight holders or capsules helps prevent further tarnish, while keeping coins away from humidity preserves their natural finish. Active participation in numismatic forums and attending coin shows also provide valuable insights into current trends and pricing. Beyond its market value, the 1956 Franklin half-dollar holds deep historical and artistic significance. It captures a moment when the United States celebrated both its past and its progress. Franklin's image reminds collectors of the nation's intellectual heritage, while the Liberty Bell reinforces enduring themes of freedom and independence. Each surviving coin, especially one that has aged gracefully despite circulation or dirt, stands as a silent witness to the passage of time, a tangible link between post-war optimism and the modern collector's world. Collectors who discover a 1956 Franklin half-dollar in very dirty condition often see beyond its surface where, recognizing the deeper value hidden beneath the tarnish. Dirt and toning can, in some cases, reveal a coin's age and authenticity, adding a sense of character that tells its own story. Many experienced numismatists prefer to leave such coins uncleaned, as improper cleaning can harm the metal and drastically reduce value. When carefully preserved in their natural state, even well-circulated examples hold undeniable historical charm. For those who understand the significance of this issue, a 1956 no-mint mark Franklin half-dollar, no matter its condition, remains a meaningful artifact of mid-century America and a worthy addition to any serious coin collection. The 1956 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark is more than a piece of silver. It is a symbol of American history, artistry, and enduring value. Its classic design, historical depth, and growing rarity have secured it a special place in the hearts of collectors. Whether admired for its craftsmanship or sought for its investment potential, this coin remains a captivating treasure that continues to inspire admiration across generations. For numismatists, owning a 1956 Franklin half-dollar is not just an acquisition. It is a connection to the spirit of a remarkable era in American coinage. And fourthly, we're going to explore the 1951 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark is a truly fascinating and highly sought-after piece that captivates numismatic enthusiasts across the globe. This particular coin represents a prized treasure within the series, not merely for its silver content, but for its compelling story and the challenge it presents to collectors. Its appeal lies in a unique combination of historical significance, striking design, and the intriguing circumstances surrounding its survival in the numismatic marketplace. The current demand for this issue remains consistently strong, fueled by dedicated specialists who seek to complete high-quality sets of this iconic mid-century series, making it a cornerstone for any serious collection of modern United States coinage. The historical context of the Franklin half-dollar series began in 1948, replacing the long-running Walking Liberty design. The 1951 issue from the Philadelphia Mint, denoted by the absence of a mint mark, was struck during a period of post-war industrial boom and rising Cold War tensions. This coin does not commemorate a specific event, but rather honors one of America's founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin, reflecting a national pride in the country's heritage and intellectual foundations. As a tangible connection to the early 1950s, this half-dollar circulated during the Korean War and the dawn of the television age, serving as everyday currency that passed through the hands of Americans in a rapidly changing society. Its production was substantial in terms of mintage figures, but the survival of high-grade examples is a different matter altogether, creating the numismatic drama that surrounds this issue today. The unique features of the Franklin half-dollar are a testament to the artistry of its time. The obverse features a bold, right-facing portrait of Benjamin Franklin, designed by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust prominently displayed. The reverse is dominated by the storied Liberty Bell, accompanied by a small eagle to the right, a mandatory element added to the design by law. The entire reverse is encircled by the words United States of America and half-dollar. The coin is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a distinctive luster and a substantial feel with a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. For the 1951 Philadelphia issue, the absence of a mint mark below the bell on the reverse is a key identifier, marking its origin at the main U.S. Mint. When discussing the rarity and condition of the 1951 no-mint mark half-dollar, one must understand that while millions were struck, the number that survived in desirable condition is remarkably low. This coin is notoriously challenging to find in mint state grades due to the softness of the design's details, particularly the lines of the bell and the 3 feathers on the eagle's wing, which are often weakly struck. Coins that saw extensive circulation, described as being in very dirty condition, are considered common and hold primarily bullion value. The great rarity and desirability are reserved for those specimens that avoided the wear and abrasions of commerce. The quest for a pristine, fully struck example is a driving force for collectors, as such pieces represent the pinnacle of what this issue has to offer and are exceedingly scarce. The market value for a high-grade 1951 Franklin half-dollar reflects its status and scarcity. For a specimen graded in uncirculated condition, values can range dramatically based on the quality of the strike and the preservation of its surfaces. A coin grading MS 60 might trade for a modest premium, but examples in MS 63 can command prices in the range of $100 to several $100s. The true prizes, those graded MS 65 and above with full bell lines, FBL, can see values escalate significantly, with auction records demonstrating prices from $1,000 to over $8,000 for the finest known examples. This wide range underscores the critical importance of both technical grade and aesthetic appeal, with eye appeal and sharp strikes driving the premium for this specific date and mint mark combination. For collectors pursuing this numismatic treasure, several key tips are essential for a successful acquisition. The foremost advice is to prioritize coins that have been professionally graded and encapsulated by leading services such as PCGS or NGC. This certification authenticates the coin, confirms its grade, and often verifies the coveted full bell lines designation, which indicates a sharply struck reverse. It is crucial to purchase from reputable dealers or established auction houses that guarantee the authenticity of their numismatic offerings. When inspecting a potential purchase, even within its holder, one should look for clean, mark-free surfaces and a strong strike on the bell and eagle, as these factors are paramount for long-term value retention and appreciation. Proper care and preservation are non-negotiable for a coin of this caliber. Once acquired, a certified coin is safest within its tamper-evident holder. For raw coins, which are not recommended for a key issue like this, Immediate storage in an inert mylar flips or a dedicated coin album is mandatory. Collectors should always handle their coins by the edges, and even then minimally, to avoid transferring oils and moisture from the skin onto the delicate surface. Proper storage in a cool, dry environment, safe from direct sunlight and fluctuating humidity, will ensure that the coin's state of preservation remains stable for future generations, protecting both its numismatic and financial investment. For the collector fortunate enough to acquire a high-grade example of the 1951 Franklin half-dollar, the pursuit is ultimately rewarded with the possession of a true numismatic gem that embodies the very essence of the series. This coin, particularly in mint state condition with full bell lines, is not merely a piece of silver, but a masterpiece of mid-century minting artistry, representing a significant achievement in preservation given the challenges of finding such a well-struck and impeccably preserved specimen. It holds a revered position within the Franklin series, serving as a key date that can define the quality and completeness of an entire collection. The pride of ownership associated with this coin is immense, as it stands as a testament to both the collector's discerning eye and dedication to the hobby, ensuring its status as a cherished heirloom and a sound financial asset that will continue to captivate and appreciate for generations to come. The 1951 Franklin half-dollar from the Philadelphia Mint stands as a magnificent blend of American history, classic numismatic art, and compelling rarity. It is a coin that offers a tangible link to the mid-20th century and represents a significant challenge for the specialist collector. Its value is firmly rooted in its condition rarity and the enduring appeal of the entire Franklin series. As a prize collectible, it promises to remain a centerpiece in advanced collections, admired for its design and respected for its place in the U.S. coinage landscape. For any numismatist seeking a rewarding and historically rich pursuit, the hunt for a high-grade 1951 half-dollar is an endeavor that offers immense satisfaction and a strong potential for lasting value. And at the end, we're talking about the 1960 Franklin half-dollar, without a mint mark, stands as one of the most fascinating and coveted coins in American numismatics. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, this half-dollar captures the essence of post-war America, a time when the nation was experiencing tremendous growth and change. Despite its humble appearance, particularly in a very dirty or heavily circulated condition, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar remains a prized treasure for collectors. Its enduring appeal lies not only in its silver content, but in the historical depth it carries, bridging a crucial era in American minting history. To this day, it captivates enthusiasts for its refined design, subtle variations, and enduring symbolism of Benjamin Franklin's legacy. When the 1960 Franklin half-dollar was released, it represented the 11th year of production for the Franklin series, which had begun in 1948. Designed by John R. Sinek, the coin honored one of America's most influential founding fathers and innovators. The late 1950s and early 1960s were transitional years for U.S. coinage, preceding the Kennedy era and marking the last years of circulating half-dollars with substantial silver content. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its craftsmanship, produced a total of over 6 million of these coins, yet few have survived in high-grade condition today. As such, the 1960 issue carries a nostalgic weight, serving as a tangible connection to a pre-modernized era in American coinage when artistry, symbolism, and silver purity defined the minting process. The coin's design remains one of the most recognizable in American history. On the obverse, Franklin's distinguished profile faces right, rendered with remarkable realism. The simplicity of his expression reflects wisdom and intellect, complemented by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse showcases the Liberty Bell, detailed with the iconic crack that represents both strength and fragility. To the right of the bell stands a small eagle, included to comply with U.S. law requiring the bird's presence on half-dollars. The 1960 Franklin half-dollar, struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, weighs 12.5 grams and measures 30.6 millimeters in diameter. In higher grades, its frosted surfaces and deep luster make it a visual masterpiece, admired for its understated elegance and symbolic integrity. Rarity plays a central role in the allure of the 1960 Franklin half-dollar. Although its original mintage numbers appear moderate, the number of surviving examples in pristine or uncirculated condition is exceptionally low. Many coins from this era entered circulation and experienced years of handling, resulting in heavy wear, scratches, and surface dullness. Collectors often seek coins with strong details on Franklin's hair and the Liberty Bell lines, key indicators of superior strikes. In very dirty condition, its collector appeal lies more in its historical character than its beauty, yet finding one that retains legible features and full details, even under tarnish, can still attract interest. What makes the 1960 no-mint mark Franklin half-dollar particularly intriguing is its combination of accessibility and hidden rarity. Certain examples display slight die variations, including doubled lettering on Liberty or In God We Trust. These subtle varieties, when authenticated, can elevate the coin's desirability and price substantially. Moreover, proof-like specimens or those with sharp bell line details, known as full bell lines (FBL), command significantly higher premiums even among circulated coins. This distinction in strike quality separates ordinary examples from the extraordinary, making the search for top-quality pieces a rewarding challenge for dedicated numismatists. In the modern numismatic market, the value of a 1960 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark varies widely depending on condition, strike, and luster. In average circulated or dirty condition, these coins are often worth between $10 and $15 primarily for their silver content. However, when found in uncirculated or certified mint state condition with full bell lines, prices can range from $1,000 to $8,000 or more at auction. Exceptional specimens, especially those displaying near-perfect luster and minimal contact marks, continue to achieve strong bids among collectors. The steady appreciation of Franklin half-dollars over the past 2 decades underscores the enduring confidence collectors have in these coins as tangible assets with historical and intrinsic value. For collectors, acquiring a 1960 Franklin half-dollar is not just about price, it's about quality and preservation. Experts recommend purchasing certified examples graded by PCGS or NGC, particularly for coins claimed to have full bell lines or unique die varieties. Dirty or heavily circulated pieces should be handled carefully, never cleaned, as improper cleaning can significantly reduce value. Instead, coins should be stored in inert holders that protect against moisture and air exposure. Collectors are also advised to stay connected to numismatic communities and online forums, where discussions about striking differences, grading nuances, and market trends can provide valuable insights into timing purchases or sales. While silver content provides a strong foundation for the coin's worth, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar's appeal extends far beyond its metal. It embodies a period of national pride, craftsmanship, and stability in American minting. Each coin tells a story of mid-century America, a time when Franklin's ideals of reason, invention, and civic virtue were deeply respected. Even coins in dirty or worn condition carry this symbolic weight, serving as relics of circulation that connected millions of Americans through everyday exchange and trust in their nation's currency. As with all Franklin half-dollars, the series holds a special place in the hearts of collectors for its artistic simplicity and the dignity of its subject. The 1960 issue, however, marks the calm before a new era, the Kennedy half-dollar that would follow after 1963. This makes the 1960 coin a transitional piece of history, bridging 2 distinct generations of American numismatic design. Beyond its numismatic and historical significance, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark also serves as a fascinating study in the evolution of American coin collecting itself. Over the years, its market trajectory has reflected broader shifts in collector preferences, from silver stacking to historical preservation and investment-grade acquisition. Modern collectors increasingly recognize that even coins in dirty or circulated condition can hold considerable value if they display strong original details, authentic patina, or notable minting characteristics. This growing appreciation for originality over artificial shine has elevated the standing of coins like the 1960 Franklin half-dollar, positioning them as both historical documents and enduring assets that embody the craftsmanship, economic conditions, and national identity of mid-century America. The 1960 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark remains an extraordinary collectible that perfectly balances history, artistry, and rarity. Whether found in brilliant uncirculated condition or with decades of circulation wear, it holds undeniable significance for anyone passionate about American coinage. Its silver composition, refined design, and limited surviving high-grade examples make it a cornerstone for serious collectors. For those who appreciate coins that tell America's story through metal and craftsmanship, the 1960 Franklin half-dollar continues to shine as a prized treasure and a lasting testament to one of the nation's most iconic eras of coin production.